Rotarian, Johnny Searle, is all about Rotary passion. He has energy, enthusiasm, expertise. He is very interactive with his community. I mean, he will sell raffle tickets to raise funds for Rotary projects. He outstrips raffle tickets more than any of us.
Rotary Club that I joined, which was the first ever Rotary Club in Belize, that was established in 1957, and I believe Johnny Searle was part of that that organization when it developed. So he's been in Rotary for a long time, and obviously he has participated a lot more. When I joined, one of the big flagship projects, which had started in 1977, was really starting to gain prominence in Belize, and that was called the Gift of Life project, and that is one of the most memorable projects for me. I sat on the committee for many years, I still do, and I mean, when you see that you're creating hope for families that seems hopeless when their child is sick, that is so rewarding and fulfilling. And to me, that is one of the most memorable times and projects that I've invested time in with Rotary. And I'm sure that because that project started so many years ago, that Johnny Searle was intimately involved in assisting with the children going away. He had Belize Global Services, travel services, and they really assisted with all the airline tickets to get the children out of the country to get the much needed medical treatment.
I originally heard about Rotary through the fact that a group of serious businessmen in the city of Belize were involved, and it was, if I could get in with Rotary, I could get in with that group, which gave me some really good business connections. That's how I initially got attracted to it.
Well, I must say, and again to refer to Johnny Searle, I mean, the project which most people are very aware of now, but when we started what became Gift of Life in 1977, at the time it was called Operation Hippocrates, Mr. Searle, Johnny, never said no to a plane ticket for a child that needed open heart surgery, and never said no to a parent or guardian that needed to travel with the child. And so that particular project is what continues to this day, quite remarkable, saving lives. And so my memory is of the astounding willingness of Johnny to step up, and with the support of his wife Elvira Bia, never say no to getting a ticket printed quickly and get the child on its way to open heart surgery in Nebraska.
Well, I think he provides a really fine example of what a Rotarian is. He inspires Rotarian to emulate him, in the sense of not only to be friendly, because you have to fellowship to learn more. Remember, Rotary started as a businessman's club, so you network with other Rotarians, you network with organizations outside, you partner with and ally yourself with other organizations outside, because as I had mentioned, that when you work together, you can achieve a lot more. And so I think that his business practices, his business principles are really fundamental to us to understand that we as Rotarians operate with integrity, that we can be a success as long as I wouldn't say, we could say follow the rules, but also recognize that we should care about the fellow person next to us. Well, I think for Johnny, he has this joy of life. And he inspires people just by talking. He's enthusiastic about Rotary. He has such a great knowledge being a past district governor and having, and at the time, having a lot more countries than I do as district governor for this year. So he met a lot of people, he saw amazing projects, and he shared that information and that knowledge with all of us at the club level and in Belize in general. So for me, I think the inspiration we receive from him has always been there and continues to be there.
Well, I guess the honor is for Johnny as a guest speaker, and a guest of the club, and so it's perhaps a moment of contemplation. You know, one doesn't really look backwards, one looks forward, you know. I don't look over my shoulder too much, and so how much more can we do to make this a better club and a better country, to better serve the community?
I think the main thing is that everybody attending the conference should evaluate what projects Rotary is taking on, how that affects their community, or how can they affect one of the other communities by bringing some assistance or whatever from their Rotary club. You know, in other words, let's say for instance, it's not so, but let's say for instance, Belize City, the Rotary Club of Belize City is, geez, we've run out of projects. Well, what are we going to do next year? What project will take on? We go to a conference like that, and say, one or something. I think we can take on a project in one of the other countries that's in greater need than we are. Now, if we're in greater need than them, no, we will concentrate ours and approach them for assistance. But we look to where the greater the need is, and that's where we need to direct our attention. Whether it's in our country or Guatemala or Honduras.